What are you going to do? Guiding coalition.
Inspire people.
Inspire people.
Lead the way.
Lead the way.
Start up companies.
Start a conference.
No, start a company.
Start a company. Entrepreneurship. What else? What are you going to do?
Make decisions.
Make decisions.
Teach children.
Teach children.
Create a vision.
Sorry?
Create a vision.
Create a vision.
Give hope.
Give hope.
Inspire people.
Inspire people.
Enlarging the coalition.
And enlarging the coalition. Who do you want to ask to be part of this guiding coalition? Do you know people over here? Ask 2 or 3 people to come more in front of you. Friends of you, you think they should be here. Treya, okay, you ask also, you can ask also 3 people. Please, ask her. Ask her to come. Ask her, please come. Can you ask also? You see how difficult it is, huh? You see how difficult it is. Please.
I need glasses, maybe. I'm almost 40, so I need glasses.
Please come in. You see, they help each other already. Okay, one person. Is another person wants to join? Because you have to enlarge the guiding coalition. You see how difficult it is. Is there somebody who has to come? Please, ask. Please, stand up. Stand up.
I'm calling a friend. Were you just trying to reach somebody up there?
What's his name?
Altor.
Altor. Where's Altor?
Altor, Kode.
Please, come in front. They want to... Okay. I think what I would like to show you by this example, how difficult it is to make a guiding coalition and to ask more people to follow. And that's, of course, also the question of politicians. How do they find people that they will follow? That's an important question. On January, I went with my whole company, that's over 100 people, I went to the inauguration of Barack Obama. So we were in Holland and I said, we want to change the world, so I'm going to that event with all the people. And I was standing there with the 100 people, and there I was feeling that there was hope, and people were thinking there is a big change. And I think we should think about these examples and bring people to situations where they can see where change is possible. And that you should think also about your country. Where's the change? Where's the hope? What are the people who can send hope? And that's why I think it's so important that N1 is creating an event like this. That they're saying, we take our responsibility. We want to lead the way to show Iceland what they can do. And that's what I want to help you during the next 25 minutes. So I talked about the guiding coalition top, and now I'm going to the third step, and that's about vision. And the vision, because many companies or many countries, they have a lot of strategies, a lot of tactics, and a lot of policies, but they don't have a vision. And why do you need a vision? You need a vision to create hope, to create direction, to create connection, and also to focus the energy. Because I think what a lot of companies are doing, or a lot of countries are doing who are in crisis, they are going all over the way. They're doing nearly everything, but they don't do it well. They always do too much. And then you have to look what inspires people, because I heard a lot of stories about inspiration. But people are different. Some people get inspired by teaching children, teaching values of children. That's one part of the vision, core values. What do I stand for? What kind of values I have as a country? Did you already think about it? What kind of values Iceland has? Because it's important. I will come back on that. But you need also a higher goal. Why do I exist as a country? It's a difficult question. Why do you exist as Iceland? Why don't give it away to the US or to Europe? Why should you stay and own kroner, own flag, own fishes? Why should Iceland exist? Sell it off. Send all the people away, give it back to nature. Is that a wonderful solution? What do you think about it? Give it back. Why should you exist? 300,000 people, that's nothing. Why do you exist? Why should you have your own country? Is that sorry?
It's part of us.
It's part of you.
Because we are a nation.
Yeah?
We are a nation.
Yeah?
Part of our ancestors' history.
Part of your ancestors. Don't live in the history. It's an important question. Eh? Sorry? Special people?
We have a unique future.
You have a unique future. What do you think? Who thinks we should sell it off? Or give it back to nature? The first country who gives their country back to nature. You will become famous as a generation. I like this strategic initiative. Give it back to nature. The first country say, no, we are not going to spoil the world, we give it back to nature. What do you think? And one doesn't exist anymore. You don't have problems anymore. But the question is, and I think it's a tough question, eh? Give it back to nature. But even a more tougher question is, why do you exist? Describe it clearly well. And we are going to do a little exercise on that a little bit later. So we have this higher goal, why do Iceland exist? And we have this, where do we stand for? What kind of values we have as a country? What do we share, all of us? I think it's an important question. And you will be, you have to really think about what are the 4, 5, 6 real core values of Iceland. That's the core of a country. But then you have to look also at the future. And we have to look 10, 15 years ahead. Not 1 or 2 years ahead, because then you have to solve a little bit the crisis that you will do. But you need the audacious goals, the man on the moon. You know, John F. Kennedy, 1961, he was saying, we are going to put a man on the moon and bring him back before the end of the century. He died in 1963, but the man came on the moon, and what it brought, all people of US had to work closely together. Everybody was thinking it was not possible, but they worked so closely together, they make big leaps, they make innovation, and they put the man on the moon. That's an audacious goal. So maybe 10% of you are saying, this is not possible for Iceland in the next 10 years, but maybe 20%, probably you, the guiding coalition, say that's what's possible. But you should define it together. You really should define it together and put it in your hearts and in your minds. That's our audacious goals. There we want to go for. Normally when people are in crisis, they only think at tomorrow. But the leaders of a country, and you are the leaders of the country, you should think, where do we bring this country to? And then, when you have these audacious goals, you should also think, what are our real core qualities? What we can really do well as Icelandic people. What can we really do well? And maybe that's what we can do really well at this moment, but maybe we should focus our energy so that the quality for the next future will be this. So also in universities and schools think, what kind of competencies we have to train and teach our people. So that's also an interesting question. So here you have the vision part. You have this higher goal that you really ask, why do we exist? Should we give it back to nature, or no, that we're not going to do because we are there, and that's extremely important to us. We should think, how do we work together? How do we live together? The core. And then we should think, that's the next step, where do we want to go and what kind of qualities we need? A difficult question for a country, but in Holland we did it.